Everybody, welcome back to Tony'sPicks.com. I'm Tony T. It's time for our WNBA pick here from Ramon Scott, Commissioner's Cup action. You'll find Ramon's plays over at Tony'sPicks.com, where he's been on a tear here the last 7 days. Baseball, 925 units of profit. I'll bring him in right now, ready to roll with WNBA. Ramon, what's going on?
You tell me, Tony. What a night, huh? I mean, we just watched a great NHL final game. We're going to have to move on from our winter sports here, maybe focus a little bit on the WNBA and others, and a couple of wild finishes in baseball last night. Careful, everybody, but yeah, we'll look at the Commissioner's Cup game with you here right now. Highly anticipated.
Absolutely. Here you go. Money game right here. Lynx and Liberty head to head here. Liberty laying 4.5. We see the total sits 163.5.
Yeah, you'll hear a lot of talk about that today from the talking heads a little bit, Tony, about the money, and it is significant when the team will share $500,000, considering what players make in the league. Yeah, sure, some of these top players, some of these elite players make $250,000 certainly, but some of the players make less than that. So to share this money, to get this win here is big. And we have the two best teams from the little play-in tournament. You know, the format was changed this year, Tony, for the first time from 10 games to 5 games, partly because of the Olympic break coming up, but also we'll see next year. You know, there's another team coming in, so I'm sure we'll see a little bit different format next year. The Liberty did win this game last year versus the Aces, so they know what it's like to play in this game, but Minnesota's not without some experience of their own, with head coach Cheryl Reeve, the Olympic coach, by the way, with 4 WNBA championships. You know, for some people new to the scene, Tony, the Minnesota Lynx, they've been kind of also-rans here for a couple years, but for the better part of a decade, Reeve has led this team as really one of the elite franchises in the WNBA, and I think we're seeing that now, especially with a player like Nafisa Collier, just given a little bit more talent on this team right now in balance. That's why we're seeing Minnesota kind of rising back up here. Great coaching, good talent, and it's no fluke that they're in this game here with the Liberty. Now, Tony, this game's going to be played in New York, but they've had to move this one to the UBS Arena in Elmont. They're getting ready for the regular NBA draft on Thursday at Barclays Center. And, Jonquil Jones said she was not happy about it. No slap on this. She knows that they're still at home in this game. The Liberty come in having won 9 of their last 10. 3 straight right now, including a 95-75 win over Atlanta on Sunday. Minnesota comes in just as hot. You know, these games, really, we've already started to resume play. The tournament was actually played, remember, Tony, a couple of weeks ago, but Minnesota remain hot. They've won 6 straight, 9 of their last 10, including a win over Phoenix, 73-60 on Saturday. Phoenix came in hot, and Minnesota put them down. So for the Liberty, you got top stars, Olympians. Tony, we're going to start to talk here about this because we've got just 1 month before the break here, 1 month of WNBA play, then the All-Star game on the 20th of July before we take 1 month off to go to Paris here. Will be interesting, by the way, Tony, in that WNBA All-Star game. You may actually get to see what maybe be overlooked right now. You're going to start to hear about it, Tony. You'll have the U.S. Olympic team, and then you'll also have Team WNBA, which is going to feature the other best players, and Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are probably going to be teammates in that game. They'll be underdogs, certainly. But continuing on, Tony, Breanna Stewart going to the Olympics. Sabrina Ionescu, also a big star here. But the Liberty does come in, Tony, with a couple of bumps here. Players who have been seeing key minutes this season probably going to miss this game. We'll see. Courtney Vandersloot probably not going to make it back for this one. She's missed 8 games, so Liberty's been doing a good job. But she has one of their best players, no doubt about it. Courtney Vandersloot, WNBA All-Star, certainly at guard, and but Naja, Beth Laney Hamilton, she's going to be questionable in this game. Hopefully she can make it back, Tony, but that's another 30-minute player right there. So Sabali, she'll see her on the injured list. Good player, but she's missed many games. She's nearing a return, however, so I just want to mention that. For Minnesota, they have their own Olympian in Nafisa Collier. You'll see her against Stewart. That's going to be the big matchup. when they're hooked up with one another. I think Collier gets the best of it. That's why I'm kind of leaning here towards Minnesota with the pick. She had 15 and 12, Tony, when they met back on May 25th, an 84-67 win for the Lynx at home, comfortably covering the spread. Minnesota is 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 games against teams above 500, while also going 6-1 against the spread their last 7 on the road. The Liberties failed in 4 of their last 5. 3-13 against the spread, last 16 at home. Like I said, this is a I would consider it a home game. The crowd will be pro Liberty, certainly there. You can take that for what it's worth, but really, to me, what it shows, Tony, is in that role of favorite, wearing wearing their home jersey, whatever the case may be. They've not been able to cover some of these spreads. Also, Minnesota 9-4-1 against the spread last 14. So I'm going to grab these points with the Lynx and sprinkle that money line as well. Should be a great game. For me, Tony, one more key, if I can, for the Liberty. They've had to have some players kind of step in. One player who I think will be the key in this game, if she can step up and have a career game, maybe, would be a German Leonie Fibisch, who is stepping up her minutes in the absence of Lainey Hamilton here. She's certainly going to have a tough matchup against a kind of a defensive specialist with Carlton. We'll see, but it will be, I think, up to Fibisch actually as a key player in this game. Yeah, the superstars, I mentioned them as well. Courtney Williams, certainly for Minnesota, can outplay Ionescu, I think, with her speed in this one, Tony. But again, I think maybe just a little bit shy up in that full lineup here with having to go with Fibisch here a little bit. We'll see. Hopefully the Liberty get their players back, but I'm going to take the Lynx on Tuesday night in Commissioner's Cup 2024.
All right, Ramon Scott, click the link below for his best bets. Lynx and Liberty here will be the Lynx plus the points, 4.5. There's 5s out there, so do your line shopping.
Yeah.
Get the best number. All right, we got you through this WNBA pick here for the card on Tuesday. So now it's time to turn our attention over to TonySpace.com. As you can see, Ramon has been on a tear in baseball the last 7 days. 925 units of profit. All documented over at TonySpace.com. 15-game card here for Major League Baseball. We've got the action on the W. What do you have going over at the site?
Well, I'm just going to hope it's not because we're focused on baseball now with running out of our other sports, Tony, but we're going to look at Major League Baseball certainly on a Tuesday. We've got a full card of action. We'll get there with a full premium package on Tuesday. And I already have the total up here, Tony, for the WNBA Commissioner's Cup. That'll be my premium pick here. Hopefully just gave you the winner on the side, but grab my total there. I've been pretty hot in the WNBA as well. Totals have been stronger. I'll just tell you right now, you can look at the handicapper leaderboards and go through the menus and see that my totals are better than my sides in the WNBA, and I felt that way about this game. So check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all premium pick packages, including mine, on Tuesday in Major League Baseball and the WNBA and other sports coming this weekend, Tony, as well. We got MMA card here this week, and I'll have Major League Soccer. I've been doing well there, but mostly here, Tony, we're in summer now, and it's going to be Major League Baseball and the WNBA, and that's why I'm going to be here with you, like I said, for another month, and then we'll get a little month off of previews anyway from the WNBA. We'll probably find something to talk about, but nonetheless, just want to keep everybody aware of that date of the WNBA All-Star Game there on July 20th. So let's keep the roll going here with another month of action. You can grab my monthly All Sports Pass. See it right there on the screen with Tony showing it there. You use that discount. Tony T at checkout, save 20% off the premium pick packages, including the day package I'll have tomorrow as well, Tony. I think I'll get a 7-pack out of it for sure with the Major League Baseball card and this WNBA. I have stepped up the pressure a little bit with the good baseball run, so having a few more plays in there, a little bit disgruntled by some of the bullpen hijinks last night, but you got to handicap that, and we'll make sure we include that with our picks on Tuesday and get some winners. So appreciate it, Tony. Enjoy the game tomorrow night. I know you'll even be checking out this one with these two teams, and it pretty much featured attraction, I think, on Tuesday night.
That's right, guys. You got with Ramon Scott over at Tony'sPicks.com. Of course, you'll see Ramon's record here. It's been impressive in baseball. 925 units of profit last 7 days for Ramon. Also in profit in the soccer area as well. Click the link in the description. Land on Ramon's handicapper page. That's where you get his premium plays. Keep an eye on those one-day passes that'll be up there. Those are profit guaranteed. Unless you're a profit or the amount you purchase will be credited back to your account for side credits. That's profit guaranteed. Or the long-term pass you choose. Whatever you choose, use that promo code TonyT at checkout to save that 20% off. Once again, click the link in the description. Land here and get signed up. Right, Ramon also hosts the Morning Steam live show here 9 a.m. Eastern Time on the Tony Speaks YouTube channel. Free pick from the major sports for Ramon. And of course, it's chat driven, so many of you folks in the chat room can chime in with your picks and chime in with your suggestions. Morning Steam live here on the Tony Speaks YouTube channel at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Ramon, I'm Tony T. We'll talk later.